Hey, what's up, fellow anglers? Welcome back to The Truth. It's me, Aaron LeSueur, and my sidekick, Steven LeSueur. Hey, so 2021, first fishing trip of the year, and we're going to the Delta. And typically, I don't really fish the Delta that much in the winter because it's really hard to catch these largemouth out there. And Steven read some reports that it's been pretty slow, so we're gonna throw some typical, I don't know about this guy though, some typical winter style baits. I've got 4 rods set up and 3 of them have rip baits on them. And the 3 rip baits, I'll show you some of those setups later. They are to cover the different depths. I got a shallow runner, a medium runner, and then a deep runner, trying to figure out where they are in the water column out there. And then I got a little curl tail worm with a bullet weight on there as it gets really slow and I can't catch them moving that bait kind of fast with that jerk pause retrieve. I'll have to go to the worm and see if that works. Steven's got a Senko and he's got a chatterbait. We'll see if the fast moving bait outfishes the rip bait. We're on our way. It's still standard operating procedure. We got coffee and of course the donut that I haven't gotten into yet, and I'm hungry. So here's your weather report for today. It's supposed to be really, really nice. We had some of those fronts roll through and there was ice on my car this morning. So typically post-frontal conditions are going to be tough. So I expect this, if we get bites, are going to be few and far in between. We might even blank. So I don't know. We're going to run around the McCallum for a little bit and then just kind of hit some history spots that I've fished before on the show and where we've done well, like at the frog tournament, where I've fished like the Whopper Plopper, or just places we know we can catch them. Not really searching for new areas. And we've got a pretty good tide. We're gonna hit the last part of the incoming high tide, and then we're gonna fish a lot of the outgoing. I'll show you the tide here as well. So hopefully we can get some fish catches on the show today, show you what we're doing, how we're doing it, where we're doing it, you know, all that good stuff that we always provide here on the show. I'm gonna get fueled up with some caffeine and some sugar so I can get that rip bait going and hopefully rip some lips today. Hey, you know what time it is.
Is that what he said?
He said that a long time ago.
He's talking about with rip baits or what?
Just any kind of moving bait like that.
I'll get it here.
Dang it, I should have brought a towel. My water's pretty cold. What's our temp?
56. The bite's just gonna get better, dude, as the day goes on. I know that for sure. When the water starts warming up in some of these rocks, I better start hammering. Oh, there we go. Oh wait, is that a fish? Oh yeah.
You got one? Chatterbait.
Oh dude, it's a giant. Get the net. No, seriously, get the net.
I got him. We can get the net. Let's get the net. The source says it's a giant, but we all know what happens when he says it's a giant, because it's usually not.
What the hell is that? Oh, oh yeah, it's a good one.
That's a good one. Oh yeah. We've been here for like 5 minutes.
Woo, you like that? Get on the front of the sword real quick.
Okay.
That's a good one, dude. What is that, about 4 or 5 pounds?
That's a nice fish.
I got to get the seal.
Okay, so we got a chatterbait bite.
Check that out, folks. Check that out, son. LeSueur didn't want to get the net on that, so I got to measure him or weigh him because he's going to be like, oh, it's only a 2-pounder, LeSueur. I got news for you, son. That's a 5-pounder of chatterbait. What's that, 4 or 5 casts today? Let's see.
Did you?
Let's check. For fun. And you know what's crazy? It smells like a bass. You know those bass, they smell really like funky. I'm gonna say that's about a 4-pounder maybe on a good day.
Looks a little thin.
Yeah, weird? He's a little thin guy. I was trying not to wreck him in his gills. I'll tell you what though, I'm getting a new scale after this. This one is so stupid. It really gets them underneath the gill. I hate that.
What do we got? What do we got?
We got nothing yet. Hold on.
It looks like it's 0 pounds on this lame scale.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a new scale. We got a 3-pound, 8-ounce fish to start the day. That's not bad. Look at that guy. Okay, let's go get him back in the water.
Different bait here because I'm getting.
Oh!
First fish of the day came on this little bad boy. Look at this. It's got a Gary Yamamoto twin tail grub.
4-inch.
on this. I don't even, is this a regular Z-Man?
No, that's chatterbait, yeah.
Chatterbait, yeah, the old school. And bluegill. Like, looks like a half ounce. It's got a braid with a little bit of a leader on there, about looks like it's 15 pound.
Yep.
Fluorocarbon, all right. Yeah, yeah. Got him.
There you go.
Oh, he came off.
Oh,
Oh no, he's still on there.
he's on there still. Is it a net fish?
I don't know. He's going out the deeper water. Might as well, just in case. It's the treble hooks on him.
Yeah.
I don't know, it doesn't feel very big, but it's always hard to tell sometimes. No, he's a little guy. Oh, the striper! What the hell?
You definitely need this thing.
Oh, it's funny.
The sword, get the striper.
What the heck? All right. Yeah, we're like a quarter of a mile from where we were.
Oh, God.
And got myself a little stripey.
Hey, man, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun to catch that. Tuxedo fish. All right. On the rip bait. There she is. I'm not going to touch her, but that's a pretty nice one. Actually, I think that's a keeper. But he's going back on the water to live another day. Later, bro. Got me a striper. I'm on the board.
Got me a catfish. There we go.
Oh, another chatterbait fish. I got the net. Oh, that's another nice one.
Oh, that's a 2-pounder.
It's still nice. Oh yeah, it's 1 pound, 1.5.
Yeah, all right,
Still
cool.
good. Another one on the chatterbait. We're about a good half mile from where we started.
Okay.
It got a little slow. Well, it's been slow. But
Swords back.
another, it's 2 to 1. Well, mine's a striper, but
All right, little guy, but he ate it. There he is. Another chatterbait fish. Nothing to get too excited over, folks. But they're healthy underneath there.
yeah. Got one.
Oh, you
Yeah, there's one.
Oh, look at this.
I couldn't tell at first. He's little.
Okay, nothing yet.
Nah. He's just a little, like 1.5 pounder. Come on the board. There it is. Woohoo! Little guy. But I got me a largemouth on finally on this rip bait. I finally got one on this rip bait. So we made a move. We fished over there. It was really windy on the Moke. We kind of fished the opening where it goes into the San Joaquin. I've caught some fish there in the past on a Whopper Plopper video. Now we're over here at Potato on an area where I haven't fished for a really long time, and this used to be one of my go-to spots when I needed to fill out a limit in a tournament. I've never really caught anything huge over here, but I have caught lots of 2 and 3 pounders that help fill out any limit that you might have. And we've only been here about 5 minutes, and we hooked up into this little guy. It's a big flat over here. Not very many weeds right now. Usually this thing gets pretty weeded up, and you can cover a lot of water over here. And throw kind of spinner baits. This is a good Whopper Plopper spot in the winter. Not in the winter. Later, bro. In the summer. This big flat they'll set up over here. I've caught plenty of fish. So on this little, you know, I don't even know what the heck this one is. I want to say it's a Lucky Craft, but I had it custom painted. Paul Piz did this kind of a goldish shad looking bait anyway. So, and I threw a little treble, feathered treble on the end of it. I think it gives it a little more realistic look when it's got that feathered treble. So, all right, let's get back to it. That was fun. Oh, I got one.
No.
Yeah, but out here deep. Is that, it looks like is that a striper? It is! Another stripe! What the hell?
Here.
We got that net.
Yeah, hold on.
I'll net it. You can go on the front.
Here.
Jeez. All right, we're on a striper bite.
Doing so heavy.
We're back here. It's been super slow today. We've had 4 bites. It's actually 4 more bites than I thought we were gonna get. And we're back where we started, up here by the McCulloch, by B&W, on the Moke. We're fishing the other side now, up here by the bridge, and I just caught me another striper, another 16. That's probably like 14 inches. Off the same rip bait I caught one on earlier. Oh, and he's all tangled up. We're gonna fish this last stretch before we go in, though. All right, fellow anglers, we're back in the truck. That's a wrap for us today. We fished from about 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and it's like we expected. It was pretty slow out there, even though we did get 5 bites. 2 of them were stripers, 2 were like little 1-pounders, and then Steven caught that one in the first 5 minutes. That was a nice one, 3.5 pounds. So we caught some fish. So it's always a good day when you can get out there and catch some fish, and we caught them on all reaction stuff. We threw some drop shots, Senkos. I threw that little bullet weighted worm around. We caught nothing on those, not even a bump. I want to show you real quick the baits that I use, because they are pretty good wintertime baits and you can be successful with them. And I'm going to show you real quick how I set them up, each one of my setups, and we're going to go over that right now, and I can show you and we'll check those out. All right, fellow anglers, coming to you here from the Truth Mobile Studio. I'm going to go over these rods and the setups real fast so I don't make this video too long. But I'm going to show you all of these baits, which were the rip baits. You're going to see that these have different length of bills on the front of them to get them down at different depths, and I've got one that's really small too. So they're almost all identically set up with an Abu Garcia 6:3-to-1 reel. I've got 20-pound braid on here with about a 5 or 6 fluorocarbon leader on all of these, with feathered trebles on the back here, and all of these are set up on crankbait rods. These are Dobbins rods, but you can use any crankbait rod, and each one has a different power based on the weight of the bait. So this one's a 4 power on a crankbait rod. Then I got, this is the deeper diving one. You're going to see right away that bill is quite a bit longer to get that one down deeper, and so I was trying to cover anything from 2 to about 10 feet out there. Again, treble hook, same setup with braid, leader, same. It's basically all the same setups, different baits, different rods. This is a 706, so this is a 6 power. These are all crankbait rods. Then the last one I had is another kind of a deep diver, but I wanted a smaller profile on it, so you can see this one's quite a bit smaller than the other ones. Still a treble hook on there, and because it's smaller and lighter, this is my 3 power crankbait rod. So I had a 3, 4, and a 6, and then I did have, this is my last one I used. I didn't catch anything on it, but I was trying to see if I needed to go a little slower and flip. I just used a little curl tail. This is green pumpkin, pumpkin seed. It's got black flake in there with a little bullet weight. It's a 1/4 ounce bullet weight with a bobber stopper on there, so that bullet weight can stay, everything can stay nice and tight. And I got a 3/0. This is actually a skip gap hook, and so that keeps the bait up there nice and tight on this Gamakatsu skip gap hook. Again, braid, 15-pound fluoro, another 6:3-to-1. This rod is not a crankbait rod, obviously. This is a little bit longer. This is a 733 3-power rod, split handle. And so I like to have a little bit longer rod if I'm flipping, so that's 7 feet 3 inches. So those are all the setups I used out there. And then those are pretty much my go-to winter kind of search baits. Those are all the setups. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, or always hit me up on Instagram. That's usually where I check that a lot more than I do Facebook, my Facebook messages. So, all right, let's get back to it. Okay, those are all the baits that I used out there. A couple of things to note: it was way windier than I expected it to be, even though I saw the weather reports at 12 to 13. I don't know, the Delta's always windy, but it was just, I didn't expect it to be that windy since the temperatures were going back up. Like we're gonna have 70-degree weather tomorrow. So we got out there and it was pretty windy, and it was cold actually, and it had ended up having to throw my full Sims Pro dry rain suit back on because I was getting pretty chilly out there, and I think I had 2 layers on, a sweatshirt underneath that as well. And the visibility was actually a little bit more, was further than I expected. I thought it was gonna be a lot dingier out there, but we could see like 2.5 feet. So just expect, if you're gonna go out to the Delta, that it's gonna be slow, pretty tough. Try some, you can try chatter baits, rip baits, crank baits, lipless. Those are kind of good go-to ones right now. Like I said, we didn't catch anything on the slow baits. I don't know where I'm gonna go next or when. I'm looking forward to the spring coming up. I am gonna get back out on my paddleboard and hit Lake Natoma because I'm gonna see if I can catch something bigger than 6 pounds. That was the biggest one last year. So stay tuned for that. We're on our way home. Listen, Steven got himself his celebratory, how do you say that? Celebratory matcha green tea. Yeah. All right, I'm Aaron LeSueur, that's Steven LeSueur.
Oh yeah.
This is The Truth. Stay focused, fish hard, and I'll see you out on the water.